It's Wednesday, welcome back. I hope you've all had a great week so far. Not much is happening at the ranch at the minute, but I thought I'd take you along for maybe a day in my life and show you how I maybe manage the horses and working and just have a general catch up. So, first stop, I need to go and get some cash out of the bank because I have the farrier and the hayman coming today and they don't deal in contactless. Also, I will be working from the yard today, so if you're interested in how that works, stay tuned.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day.
Cash machine success. I have located fundage to pay for Molly's life. It's the reason why I work. Let's go to the yard. Arrived at the yard. Look at that beautiful sunrise. Although, anybody else's paddocks looking a little bit like worse for wear at the minute? Oh, I know. It's been a long winter. I think it's about 7 a.m. at the minute, and usually I'm here when I'm working in the office or even when I'm working at home. I'm usually here about 5 to 5:30. So first thing, I'm just going to check on my ponies. Good morning, Moles. Hello, sweetheart. Did you sleep well? We are currently sleeping naked because the weather has increased a little bit in temperature. She went out naked yesterday as well, so she's filthy. She's the most loving mare that I've ever met. I always put off mares. People always said mares were trouble. This is trouble. My old 29-year-old. You alright, sweetheart? And we'll just check on Blaze to make sure she is happy beans too. Good morning. Your mummy will be here soon. Right, first job's first, and that is to get Molly fed. Have a quick snugs. More snuggles. And then set up my office after that. Yeah, feed first.
Stay strong, you're never alone. You're never alone. The sun will shine.
I mean, it's all kind of supplements or waste of time. I've done a bit of research. I'm just trialing one at the moment, which is what I'm putting in now. Won't mention what it is in case it's a pile of poop. But if it's good, I'll let you know.
Without you, you're the sun.
No, that house was set up for 5 minutes, so set up my office. So since we last spoke, 10 came and I got a bit sidetracked and forgot to film the world's worst vlogger right here. I did a bit of work, so I had a few contracts. If anybody doesn't know, I work as like legal counsel for a utilities company, so I read terms and conditions a lot all day and do interpretation. But we also mucked out. Oh my gosh, more couches. Molly's in for the farrier, which we'll go through in a bit. So I mucked out 2 stables. Molly's had a breakfast. And now I've got the most important thing. Moles is gonna roll, okay? Every time I put new bedding in, this pony does that. And when you've had a horse that you've lost through colic, that plays on the nerves. Not gonna lie, that plays on the nerves. There she goes. But I know it's just new bedding. She's fine. She's fine. Right, most important thing now is kettle and breakfast. And I am back to it until I've got farrier at 11. So I'm gonna get a bit of work done. I need to groom Moles as well to make sure she's got nice clean feet. And then we'll go, when I'm doing that, I'll go through my thought process with her feet. I'll also go through tack and bits. So it's a chatty vlog. It's a chatty one.
Sun will shine.
A little miss. She's like a fish finger because she's just rolled in a bed. We've been doing hacking, haven't we, mate? Nothing else really to report. It's been very boring. I think it's important, like with youngsters and ex-racers or any youngster, to be honest, that sometimes it is just small repetitive bits. So that's what we've been doing. Right, I'm going to give her a quick clean for the farrier comes, because like I've just said, she looks like a fish finger. Weight is still going on. It's slowed up, so she's not lost any, but she's gaining slower now, which is okay. Some of the top line will come from work. What else we got to update on? Your hacking's really good, Moles, isn't it? She's got a treat ball. Right, let's give you a bit of a brush and look at her feet. She is a little bit cleaner. But what's interesting about Molly, now her winter coat is coming out, she's going grey. Anybody know anything about genetics? Because she's got quite a lot of grey on her. There we go, look, she's flecked with grey on her front. And on her hind as well, near her head. I buy a bay or a grey? Or is she a mix of the two? I think it's something to do with her mum's side when we've looked at it. Right, she looks a little bit cleaner. She's still a bit difficult having her head brushed in regards to her mane, and I think that's from, it's obviously been pulled at some point. She doesn't like it, so we're working on that. But as you will see, well, you won't see because we're in a stable, but Molly is on her own today, so the others are in the field, and she is happy in her own little skin. So the short bursts and getting longer every time of her being left by herself, she's got confident now that she's all right. That's just in her stable. We're still working on separation anxiety in a wider area, but in a stable, she's a happy bean. She's a happy bean. She's a very cute bean. Could go so wrong, but okay. So currently, Moles has had front shoes put on, and that's just to, oopsies, I knew that was debatable, and that's just to help her with the ground, because she has got typical thoroughbred feet that are quite low, and it's such a distraction, and will feel the ground fully. Now, on the last vlog I did say that we were going to try as long as I can to keep her fronts only, because there is pros and cons to having shoes on, and there is a great debate on barefoot. Whether it's something I look at in the future, I don't know. At the moment, Molly couldn't go barefoot because she's struggling. She struggled to walk on the ground. We thought we'd try fronts first and see how she gets on. She is still struggling on the ground on her hinds, and that's because she's got similar, I can't really see, but she's got quite a low set. She's hardly got any heel, and it's really low set, and she's got a very flat foot. She will feel the ground. I always attribute it to, and by God, I'm not a farrier, I always attribute it to like walking on Lego in your bare feet. So we're going to help her out a little bit because we're doing a lot of hacking at the moment, and she's going to have some shoes on her backs. She has been fully shod before, so she'll be fine. She'll be absolutely fine. And this is the type of ground that she is having to walk on. So, yeah. She's going to struggle. So I feel the day of the life has got a little bit wayward, but I'm continuing. I'm pushing through. Bearing in mind, I've got to learn, and all equestrians should learn, that plans can change. So I feel like I need to catch her up. The farrier's been, the hayman has been. I've been to the shop. How many shavings can you get in a Lupo? 4. It works out. I reckon we could get 5. I reckon me and my buddy here, we could get another one in there. I had to go and do some work, so it was a bit of a rush and everything else, and we decided after the farrier had been that when we were looking at Molly, etc., maybe today's not the best day to hack her out, just to give her feet time to get used to the new back shoes and give her time, yeah, just to settle. So let's put these away. I'll talk a bit about tack, we'll go and fetch her in, and then that's really boring, but that's the day. This is the wonderful hay that was delivered. We are currently in Reggie's stable, which is a bit of storage space at the moment, but you know, serving its purpose. I've been after trying to get some hay, not haylage, to try and reduce sugar content, etc. for Molly Moo and my old girl. And I particularly was trying to get hold of the smaller bales. So like everybody does big bales now, but they don't tend to do the smaller ones. Well, I've managed to find a supplier. So it looks decent quality as well. So I've got 20 bales of that. That was exciting. Right, gotta offload my shavings.
Baby, I won't lose you.
That is me topped up for the foreseeable future. Anybody interested in cost? I'll pop them on the screen now for you. It's the reason we work. Horses be damn expensive. Been working on getting her tax sorted out. I'm a big believer in less is more. So I don't like, again, my personal opinion, I don't like gadgets, harsh bits that are not needed, bridle ways just because they are in fashion. They have a purpose, and you know, some horses do need that. I try to keep mine as simple as possible, so I don't necessarily have martingales, etc. Just say it's just more tack to clean as well, isn't it? So for her saddle, I have had Mo's saddles that I had for him refitted to Molly because that was the best fit. It is a synthetic, which means that I can adjust it as she's growing and she's muscling up, and I just think it's the most cost-effective way, and I can have it checked regular to make sure that it's fitting on her. So originally I rode Molly in this bit, which is a Trust Equine, and it's a flexible rubber kind of mouthpiece with the bit rings on there just because to stop the rubbing of the loose rings. I found this worked really well with Mo and Reg intermittently. So Reg used to go between this one and the other one that I'm going to show you. When I started working Molly in that, she really didn't take to it. So you'll see some videos when I was schooling her where she's very mouthy. Her teeth have been checked, everything is fine in that instance, and you know, sometimes the common method would be, if she's quite mouthy in her mouth, is to try and shut the jaw down, which wasn't needed in this case. So I thought, first off, before we put any kind of restrictive noseband on there, is to see if we could find maybe another bit that she's more comfortable with. And I have this one, which is another one of Reginald's, and the same size mouth as well, which she absolutely loves. So this is a fulmer or full-sided snaffle with a lozenge in the middle, and it's got little copper bits just to increase salivation, but it's got like a comfy barrel bit in the middle, and it's shaped to kind of like their mouth, and she really loves that, and she's really still in her mouth now, and she's very calm, which means I can put my good old favourite, a Cavison noseband, back on if I had to. So with Reg and Mo, sometimes I had to put a different noseband on just so that they had a better contact, and would always personally opt for a grackle over a drop or a flash, and I just think anatomically it's the better one to use. But you know what, use whatever, each horse is an individual, use whatever you need for that particular horse. So there I have a very simple bridle that Molly wears with her comfy barrel bit that she really likes, and more importantly, a neck strap. Always ride a youngster with a neck strap. Probably always ride all horses, but definitely for babies. So we're going to go to the field, see if she's had a good day. A little bit of encouragement to be caught. She's actually very good at being caught, but just making sure. Gosh, my stuff needs cleaning. Just been thinking, in regards to the neck strap, you don't need to buy a fancy neck strap. I mean, you can if you want, but if you wanted to save a bit of cash, I use an old stirrup leather, or the one I've got at the moment is a rein. So it's just one side of a rein tagged together.
The sun will shine on you wherever you go, wherever you go. And when it gets dark, stay strong. You're never alone. You're never alone.
Forever cute to me. I've never had a horse run at me. Yay! This girl likes to see her mama. And walking significantly better now she's got shoe pads on. We'll get you there, girl, won't we? I mean, stunning. That was our incredibly kind of boring day in the life. How we work with work, ponies, deliveries, feet. And as you can see, work takes priority. Hence the gap in the middle of the day when I had to go and do some work. And it's, you don't want to sit and watch me vlogging at a desk, because the fast bit that you saw at the beginning of the day, it's just like that. It's just constant. Anyway, we are all set and ready for hacking. So her week next week, it's literally just 3 days hacking at the moment while we're building up some muscle. We're doing walk, and we're just walking out for 10 to 15 minutes, building it up. We've got quite a nice hills and slopes around here, so that's great for the muscles. And now we've got all 4 feet sorted. That's what we'll be doing. So maybe next week I'll do a come hack with us. However, I have got some other exciting things lined up, not Molly related, but some other things that is happening, so I might vlog those too. So I mean, stick around, you never know what you're gonna get. Thanks for watching. If you liked us, please like, comment and subscribe. And I'm sure there is exciting things to come. Beep beep, say good night. Good night, Tube. Good night, YouTube. Look at that face. Right, I'm going. Keep it real. Boop, 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 boop. See you next week.
Never alone. You're never alone.
Oh, do I get kicked in the head? Good girl.